What's up, everybody? It's your boy FullMoon here, and welcome back to the channel for the third installment of my BR review series. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing Arius by Nova J. I've had a little bit of held off on this review as I didn't want to seem too biased when reviewing it, as I helped a lot with this map, but I think it's about time that I've come out and actually reviewed it. If you're going to enjoy the review, make sure you like and subscribe, as it's entirely free, and I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers and would really love to hit that by the end of the year. If you want to support me more than that, you can use creator code FullMoon in the item shop, as this will rotate into the next season's battle pass, and you can support me when purchasing that new chapter 4 battle pass. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and get on into today's review. The first thing I want to really quickly cover is the spawn island and just kind of show like the layout. As you can see, I'm running towards the item shop with perks and cosmetics. I'll talk more about these in the mechanics factor of my video, but I just kind of want to acknowledge spawn island and how kind of like bland and cool it is at the same time. It's very flat, but also very pretty. It does its job and shows you exactly what you need to do as far as the map goes, and it's just a really good spawning spot for this island. Next, we can go ahead and hop into the terrain and POIs. And when I say that this map is beautiful, this map is beautiful. None of the terrain feels weird. Everything flows very smoothly. You have your hills and your valleys and your mountains and your low points and your high points, and everything is connected through roads and paths, and the nature is just amazing. Now, it does seem bland in certain spots, as a lot of the map is hilly and builds up, but this kind of results in a flat layout. However, I think this is okay, as not a lot of maps do this idea, and I think it's just different. The POIs are awesome. All of them are super unique and all have their own spin on a similar thing. For example, right now I'm at the location of Chalkwell Coast, which is a decking area on the top right of the map where every location is built on stilts and just this really beautiful scenery. You have a bunch of modular rock rotating the island, or aligning the island, I should say, and this was the first time modular rock was kind of used to this extent, and I think it was a very good way of introducing modular rock terrain into the Battle Royale aspect, as this was the first time we've kind of ever seen it. Overall, I give POIs and terrain a 9 out of 10. Very beautiful map. It does seem flat in some spaces, but that makes up for everything when you talk about POIs. And yeah, it's just a very, 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 very beautiful map. Now let's go ahead and talk about mechanics. Now, I don't mean to gloat, as I pretty much designed most of these, but I'm not going to consider that when actually talking about them. The mechanics in this map there's a lot of them. You have the spawn island mechanic, which you saw at the beginning, which is when you can enter a portal and you can kind of pretty much choose your drop spot. You have the item shop and the perks that you can buy cosmetics and stuff from. Every location has its own set of unique vending machines that you can use to purchase gold with. Chests are an entire custom loot pool. There are lots of ways to get around the map, including the bus passes, which you might see later. I don't know if I ever use them in the video. There are trucks around the map which you can drive. Just a lot of very, very good mechanics. There's also a supply drop mechanic, which I'll show on screen now, where you spend 50 of your gold to call in a supply drop to your supply drop locations. And it's just a really good overall map. The only thing I will say about mechanics is there aren't a lot of them that come down like as unique. Like, this map is very much designed to be built like a modern society where not a lot of craziness is happening, and that's okay when it comes to this stuff, as not a lot of BR maps do that. They all go really hectic and crazy, where Arius didn't. And I do give points for that, but at the same time, sometimes the mechanics can feel bland and even like uninteresting. So overall, I give mechanics an 8 out of 10. Now, normally the last thing I talk about with these kind of reviews is the storyline. However, Arius doesn't have one, which is going to bring the map rating down very low. And I understand why Nova would do this. Like, for somebody who doesn't have a lot of time on their hands or anything like that, they wouldn't be able to design a very perfect storyline, but at least there could be one that exists, Like, map changes and storyline is what moves the map. Like, the storyline moves characters and has map changes and causes mechanic changes and causing new loot pool changes. Storyline is what fuels the movement of the map. It's what keeps it going. But Arius doesn't have one, which it's just not. It's like, I don't know what else to say about it. The storyline is what keeps me coming and engaged in these maps, and Arius doesn't have it. This is the first time I've played Arius, this review right here, in months, because the reason I focused on it was the map changes going on at the lake and the story quest that we had with his characters. But now that that's all been canceled, none of that matters, and I find myself playing other Battle Royale maps despite them looking worse or mechanics being worse. the storyline is a big part for me, and Arius not having one really brings this map to a lower ranking than I think it should. But yeah, that's what I gotta say about storyline. Overall, I'm sure Arius is a really fun map to enjoy. The terrain is amazing. The vehicle movement on the terrain is amazing. The mechanics are cool. Everything just lines up. But unfortunately, storyline is what keeps me focused on maps, and without a storyline, it just doesn't keep me engaged. So overall, Arius will be receiving a 7 out of 10. The terrain is amazing, like I said just before. The mechanics are amazing, like I said just before. But nothing on his YouTube, Nova J's specifically, or in his Discord or anything like that draws me back in. And that's kind of all I have to say about Arius. So if you did enjoy the review, make sure you drop a comment and suggest more reviews that I could do, as I'm going to try and be pumping these out very frequently, as much as I can at least. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Full Moon is